Hey everybody, Jim and Joshua here to talk about today's big comic book news. We have a new Thor, and
it's a woman.
It's a woman. We have a female Thor. Now, what exactly do we know about this character?
We don't really know much about her yet. We know that Thor has done something to make him unworthy to wield Mjolnir, his magic hammer, and she's the new chosen one to be the new Thor. She has a mask, so we don't know who the identity is, and she's calling herself Thor. This isn't She-Thor or Thorita or Lady Thor. She's the new Thor.
Now, what hint did Marvel actually give, though, about her possible identity or
the one
background?
thing we know is that she has been saved by Thor, and that inspired her, and she's sort of modeling herself after Thor. But Thor is sort of like the Superman of the Marvel Universe, so he's saved so many people, it could be anybody.
I'm sure somebody is out there right now compiling a list of every woman he's ever saved. Now, is there any chance that this is all some sort of villainous smokescreen? Could it be maybe Loki?
Loki has actually been a woman before in the comic book, so I'm not going to say no, but I really think that Marvel is, trying to establish this new character as someone who's their own entity, and it's not like a joke or a gimmick or anything. They've been really good about that. There's lots of female-led books now, like Black Widow, Elektra, She-Hulk. So it's just like yet another one. And I think, with the right, story, I think she could be a long-lasting character, part of the Thor mythology.
Do we think that is she possibly an existing character in the Thor universe? Say somebody like an Enchantress or I don't know, Lorelei, anybody or do we really think it's just a complete unknown, a new fresh slate?
That'll be the big question of who is this? She has the blonde hair, but really, that could be anything. They could change their hair, it could be a wig. I don't know. Yeah. Enchantress, that's a good guess. Some people are thinking it could be Angela, who is a character created by Neil Gaiman, who was recently introduced to the Marvel Universe. Used to be an Image character who showed up in Spawn. But I don't think it'll be her. She's sort of got her own thing going on. Thor has a girlfriend, he's sort of dating right now in his book, named Roz, who's just a normal woman who's a SHIELD agent. And so some people think it could be her as well. So it's really all up in the air, and that'll be the fun of...
Sharon Carter?
Sharon Carter, hey, you never know.
Well, what about Thor himself? What is he going to be doing now that he's no longer worthy of holding the hammer?
He'll still be in the Marvel Universe, but he won't have his shiny Thor armor. He has this torn cape, and there's this image of him holding Yonborn, which is this magical god-killing axe that he used back in the day when he was younger, before he was worthy to originally wield the hammer. Don't really know what he'll be doing. That he's not this esteemed god of thunder anymore. But it's interesting that in that same image of Thor, there's also an image of Captain America, who does not look like Captain America, and then there's this really weird-looking Iron Man with new armor. So it's kind of what is happening to the big three of the Marvel Universe?
Yeah.
Marvel's really shaking it up, so it'll be interesting to see what else.
Although I gotta
happens.
say, you got a magic axe that can kill a god. It's not a complete loss. It's not like he's, working at. Burger King or something. He still got something going for him.
This is true, and he still...
No, I didn't mean anything to Burger King.
But yeah, he still has that godly body, too, so can't be mad at that. But to lose that hammer, you got to do something pretty bad, so I'm sure that'll be weighing on him a lot. But it's worth noting there's the creative team change-up. Jason Aaron has been writing Thor, who made up the Yonborn axe, and it's been doing a great job, totally epic with artist Saad Ribic. Saad Ribic will actually be leaving at the end of the current Thor series. They're relaunching a new Thor series, Thor #1, with the new Thor, and that's still be written by Jason Aaron, who's sort of doing his take on the Thor becomes unworthy, someone else gets the hammer. That's sort of a trope we always see a lot.
We've seen Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorites. He's this horse face alien. And there's a new artist, Russell Dodderman, who is just astounding, great artist, great rising star. So it'll be really interesting to see what they do with it.
Awesome. Well, for all things Thor, keep it locked here at IGN.